Hey, excuse me, could you follow my Twitch? I ever thought about competing in Splatoon tournaments. It is an afterthought. I might have been here for a really long time, I'm just saying. I'm just a very good casual player. Just a very, very good one. I like the ring of that one. Am I still part of a team? I would say probably not. Spark does not play. Spark does not play anymore. Everyone on Spark does not play the game. Besides myself. I play the game. So I'll just say I'm not on a team. There was no disband, there was no nothing like that. Because I don't think we've ever really taken it that seriously. And it wasn't like a Team Olive or Ghost Gaming situation where like we had been a team for 4 or 5 years and then we broke up. Spark has only ever been just like half of Splatoon 3's lifespan. Up until the UK champs. Well, it was basically for the UK champs. Do I still talk to them? Yeah, of course. Everyone on Spark, we're all friends, you know? Like, we all know each other, so it is what it is. Especially if you, like... I mean, they're all Brits, so we're all from England. Me finding a competitive team now these days is... It generally just depends on what is possible and who has the same goals as me. And who is probably in the... preferably... in around the same age range as me, because I think now, like, as days go on, it's gonna get much harder for me to actually want to play with newer people, because I am 28 and I'm 29 next year, and I've been a comp player since I was 19. I'm getting to a point where it's, especially in a team game, it is so difficult to find a group of people that what's it called? It's so difficult to find a group of people around my age and has the same goals of wanting to play Splatoon really competitively and also do content at the same time. It is like so difficult to find that in Splatoon in its current time, especially in a time where not a lot of people do content too. So it's just like, man. Dude, I thought you were older. You're seriously 28? Yes. I am seriously 28. You know what's crazy? People used to think I was really old when I was 19. Understandably, because I had a really... my voice well, my voice has changed a little bit. But, like, you know, it's always been fairly, like... I don't know, people attribute a really deep voice to being older. Which is not normally... It's not always the case. But, like, you know, it is what it is, right? Dude is fine... is in his fine wine age... Comp Splatoon wouldn't be here in the way without Dude. I don't want to agree with that, but I also do agree with that. Unless someone else was there to also take that limelight or spot or produce as much content as I did, then maybe not. Or maybe I didn't have to be here. But I did help. I definitely did help. I will definitely say I definitely 110% helped. So I don't like taking credit for that, but like, it's true. It's true. I don't like taking credit for it, but yeah, it's true. So, facts be facts. Yeah. It is facts. It's like it's always weird for me to talk about because it's not that I hate it. I don't like claiming that. Yeah, I was this and I was that. You know, like I made it so that people were able to find Splatoon, which, you know, I definitely did. But I just like to say I helped. I don't want to say I'm the reason. I just like to say I helped. Because that's why that's why I believe it. I still want to help. I'm still always going to be here to help. This is a cool trophy, by the way. I don't know. It's on... Guys, I mean, in the cave now these days, in the cave, I need to make a video about this cave. In the cave over there, it has like all my trophies. So like you have the European champs one. Not the European champs ones, the UK champs one, which is a really sick trophy. I'm so glad that we won this one, because this is probably the best trophy out of all of them. Because when UK champs happened in 2018, they had a better looking trophy than the one in 2016. And I was so jealous. I was just like, man, I really wish I had that one, because that one looks cool. And man... But I'm glad I got this one. I got this one. This one's very, very cool. They definitely went crazy with this one. Better than that dish looking trophy. Yeah, the dish one. Yeah. Oh, you mean like the friggin' world champs one? The tainted world champs one? Yeah, I gotta do a tour. Since my room is basically complete. So does that trophy have amiibo support? It unfortunately doesn't. What the heck? Right. Reasons for why I don't want to go to Takaroka, okay? I am telling you guys now, if that is not a reason for why I don't want to join Takaroka region, I don't know what is. But that 110% is one of those reasons, alright? I love Japanese players, I love playing against them, but not with that, alright? And this is a frequent occurrence. I don't even think that's a netcode issue. That's literally, I'm from the UK, that person is from Japan. So it's just kind of like, yeah, you will have latency. If you complain about it, then that's just crazy. Of course you're gonna have latency. It's like one of those it's one of those matches you cannot complain about. Like obviously I'd rather not have to like play with someone from the other side of the world unless it was actually like good connection. But like that's a really big ask at this point. Let me put this trophy away actually. Hey, do you guys want to see my first trophy actually? I'll show you. You guys want to see my first trophy? My first ever Splatoon trophy. This one's kind of gas. It's this. You see that? Splatoon. I have to go really close. Winner. Great British Splat-Off. What year does that say? 2016. There it is, actually focused in. This was the first ever UK champs. First ever. I've had this for years. This trophy is older than most of you guys have been playing Splatoon. Believe it or not. Actually, there's a lot of medals. There's a medal here, actually. I don't have the medals displayed. But we got one. Maybe I'll I'll show this. This one needs to be, like, wiped down. We got this one. This one. I feel like you guys have heard of Genesis. But we got Genesis 6. They had one in Splatoon 2. That one was pretty cool. This was a cool tournament. I feel during this period when we were playing in Genesis 6, I think this was like golden age when it came to comp Splatoon. I think that's because that was the time when we had a lot of sponsored teams. We had Ghost Gaming, we had SDDX, we had Hive, we had Demise, we had some others too. There was so many, man. Golden age. We had players being paid to play Splatoon. Like, it was a good time. Or maybe it was just Ghost, I'm not too sure. I was on Ghost. But like, man, it was a good time. I always think the Splatoon 2 era of comp Splatoon was a very, very good era. I think it's generally just because I think viewers were more aware of all the players that were playing. There's a lot more support for a lot of teams. I feel like a lot of people knew what was going on. I think nowadays it's like it's always a little bit different. I think it's also because there isn't like set teams. There's a lot of pickups right now. There's a lot of the pickup culture kind of took over, and I think that's generally hurt comp Splatoon as a whole because no one cares about pickups. I think it's easier to support a collective team, individual pickup teams as a viewer or someone who gets into comp Splatoon. It's like you kind of have to it's a lot harder to look at them as just individuals unless like you really like this one player, which it is what it is at that point. But like, I think it's more interesting or when you got like rivalries between teams instead of just individual players. And that's how during like that golden age, that's how most of Splatoon 2 was. There was a lot of teams, and like people who would play with those teams too. So do you remember S&D? You mean Squids Next Door? Splatoon, oh my god, Splatoon 1 had its own golden age too. Like if you were there, you were there, because literally that was just like, there was no pickup culture. It was just all teams, and that was sick. Moonlight's one of the only teams around right now, and it's easy for root to them. Yeah, because the thing is, it's so easy to follow Moonlight because it's always the same players playing, you know? It's always the same players. In any other competitive tournament, they'll have like this, you know, a name obviously because it's a pickup name, and like the tournament will happen and no one will remember it because literally it's just pickup that happened. It's just a pickup team. But if a team wins it, I think it just has more, it has so much more, like, oomph to that, you know? No one's gonna remember the pickup. No one cares about that. Like, no one cares at the end of the day. Would you consider Team Spark as a pickup? No, we were a team. We were a team because we were literally playing together. We were always playing together. But the thing is, we don't play together anymore, so it's not Spark if those players don't play, you know? Element is also pretty sick. Yeah. I had ideas about this. I never actually, like, voiced it, but, like, I thought that the thing with Element and what we do is, as friends is like perfect for content. It's just like perfect for content. Like we're not even really competitive. Like we're just friends that just muck around. You know, that's literally what Element is. So like when you see a LAN event, you already know like who's playing. I think that's the funny thing about us. We go into a tournament and we do not care. We literally do not care. If we win, sick. If we lose, it is what it is. You know. But I mean, I think that's the beauty of it. It's just that we're just friends and we just play and we just like, you know, we just have the craziest banter. Online presence is very, very important. I've mentioned it before. I've mentioned it millions of times. Yeah. It gives the viewers an avenue to be able to support your work and your hard efforts of being the best Splatoon players ever. It's very good.